Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into my official NFL Week number 18 Pick'em, where I play a little fun footsie game here and do some predictions on these NFL games for Week number 18. I do have to say, I don't know if it's because we're so late into the season, but I had a lot of success last week. So just last week, I gained 170 points. Doing it for the first time. I'm already inside the top 30 percentile. I'm not bragging about it, but I do want people to know. Either way, this game is relatively easy because as you can see, if you don't know who's going to win, you can just put it on 50-50 and you'll lose 0 points. But I'm not going to do that for most of these. I am going to make predictions. So first we have the Chiefs versus the Raiders. Of course, you have to kind of predict the percent chance you think a team's going to win, and if they end up winning, you gain a lot of points. If you have it, way over here, if the Chiefs lose, I would lose a ton of points. Overall, guys, I pretty much agree with 538 on this one. I'm going to say like 82% chance Chiefs win. It would be shocking, the Raiders. Jarrett Stidham, great story, great game last week against a really good defense, but we know the Chiefs right now vying for that number 1 overall seed. Very important to them that they win this football game. You're facing a bad Raiders defense. You're facing a Vegas team that really, quite honestly, doesn't want to win this game. They do have a chance, I believe, at a top 10 pick if they keep losing. So I will go with the Chiefs. I'm not going to make it a 100% chance, because what I saw out of Jarrett Stidham's last week gives me a slight pause. I'm sure he's going to be very motivated to try and prove that he is an NFL quarterback and he's playing for a roster spot next year, but I do strongly think the Chiefs win that game. Next, we have the Jaguars at home against the Titans. Guys, the only trepidation I have is a healthy, rested Derrick Henry. And let's remember with this Jaguars team, guys, they have very little success. I know they've had a decent year, but this is a team that was a complete dumpster fire under Urban Meyer last year. I'm not going to give them a 100% chance in this one. I think there are scenarios where Tennessee, even as 6.5-point underdogs, pull off the upset. The one thing I wanted to note on these 2 Saturday games, I am expecting both favorites to win, but I'm expecting both underdogs to cover, meaning I think the Raiders keep it within 7.5, 8 points, and I think the Titans keep it within 6 points. So that's just kind of an interesting thing there, but right now it is relatively chalky for me on these picks. Next, we have the Ravens and the Bengals, and guys, this is where we get to our total locks. I am going to do it. I'm giving the Bengals a 100% chance to win this game. The news, Lamar Jackson very likely not going to play. The Bengals sitting at 7.5-point favorites. Obviously, what happened on Monday night, they're going to have to recover from that, but I do think that's a situation that probably affects the Bills a little bit more. The Bengals need to win this game, and I think they will in terms of seeding and stuff like that. They will get it done against the Ravens team. Without Lamar Jackson, they just don't have the offense overall, even though I do respect Baltimore's defense. We saw the Bengals, look really good early on in that Monday night game on offense. They've been playing really good. So I will take the Bengals 100% chance. Next, we have the Panthers and the Saints. I'm going to give the Saints probably like an 80, guys. I just have a huge vibe that the Saints, without a first-round pick, there's no motivation for them to lose. They're going to want to send their home fans, home happy at the end of the season. Taysom Hill gets a few touchdowns. The Panthers are the walking dead at this point after losing to the Bucs. They've had such a forgettable year, and I'm really not sure what the Panthers' future is, because now they've actually kind of screwed themselves. They don't have a top 5 pick. They're not going to be able to pick a top quarterback unless they possibly trade up or maybe draft Will Levis. So, don't know really what the Panthers are doing. I know you want to try and make the playoffs, but let's be honest. Let's say you make the playoffs. How far are you going to go in the playoffs with Sam Darnold? It's just like there's just no legitimate plan for the future with some of these teams. It's the same thing with the Atlanta Falcons. So I'm going to take the Saints. I feel very confident. I might actually bump that up a little bit. Well, the Panthers, you don't want to underrate the Panthers. DJ Moore's a beast. Sam Darnold is at least an adequate quarterback, but I really like the Saints to win that one. Browns, Steelers, I'm going to say Steelers 60% chance. It would just be very surprising to me. The Browns have nothing to play for. The Steelers, if they lose this game, they would get swept by the Browns. But I will say, Amari Cooper and Deshaun Watson are really developing a great rapport. We saw Amari Cooper, the 100 yards, the 2 touchdowns against the Commanders. We're seeing a Browns defense that's playing better. Myles Garrett's had a great year. Denzel Ward is finally stepping up. He had an interception. They're getting better each week. But the Steelers, that's a big win in Baltimore. It's going to be a lower scoring game, guys, and I'll take Pittsburgh, but I'm not confident. Next, we have the Texans and the Colts. Guys, I'm sorry. There's just no way. There's no way if you're the Houston Texans, you've tanked so far, you've come so far tanking. Don't give up now. You've got to secure that number 1 overall pick. You see the Chicago Bears resting Justin Fields because they want a chance at the number 1 overall pick. If you win, it cannot happen. We know Jeff Saturday. He's old school. He's going to try and pump his team up to win, even though the Colts should also be trying to lose. The Colts are at home. They're going to get it done against the Houston team. They're not going to ruin their tank. I'm guaranteeing the Colts will win this game. There's no way the Texans ruin it and miss out on Bryce Young or CJ Stroud or are forced to trade up for one of those 2 players. Next, you have the Vikings and the Bears. Dude, you know what? I think 538 has factored in that Justin Fields is not playing because it's at 85% chance for the away team. I'm going 100% chance. The Bears are tanking. They're trying to lose. They're trying to lock in the number 2 overall pick at the very worst. So yes, the Vikings will win this game, and I would expect the Vikings to be up significantly early in the second half and maybe rest some of their starters there, and maybe the second half under is the play in this game. But that's a long projection. That a lot of stuff has to go right for that. Next, we have the Patriots and the Bills. Guys, this will be a very emotional game, and I just think with everything going on, this is in the universe, the Bills win this football game. The Bills win this football game with everything going on. I cannot see another scenario of Mac Jones coming into Buffalo against Josh Allen with the emotions. The Bills are winning this game. I don't know if they'll cover. They're winning the football game, and I know it's tough trying to prepare for this game. You know, people were saying, are they going to move it to Monday night? Whatever. It's looking like it's staying, on Sunday afternoon. So I think the Bills are going to win it, with all of what's going on. And obviously the Bills are just better than the Patriots straight up. The Jets and the Dolphins. So guys, I might just leave it on 50-50. Who knows? It's a coin toss. I could see either one of these teams winning. I know it's kind of a cheap move, but I'm just going to leave it on 50-50. I don't know. If I had to be forced to make a prediction, I would say I guess the Dolphins, but we don't know if Teddy Bridgewater is going to play or not. So I will keep that one on 50-50. Not that I think it's going to end in a tie, but listen, that would be great if it ended in a tie. It'd be hilarious. Next, the Buccaneers and the Falcons. So this is another game very kind of weird with the situation going on. Tom Brady, is he going to play or is he going to be out there for one half? They don't want to lose the momentum, but they also don't want to get him injured in a meaningless game. Same thing with Mike Evans. Same thing with the Buccaneers defense. Guys, I think Atlanta wins this game because Blaine Gabbert plays the entire second half. That's just my opinion. But you know what? I'm actually going to move it down a little bit because I'm not 1,000% confident, and a lot of it is projection. So I'll agree with 538 and say, listen, the Falcons should win this game because the Bucs are going to rest a lot of their players after the first half. Next, we have the Cardinals and the 49ers. Obviously, guys, the Cardinals, full tank mode. They're trying to lose. They're trying to secure that top 5 overall pick, and they're 14.5-point underdogs to San Francisco. San Francisco is in a spot where if they win and Philadelphia loses, they would end up with the number 1 overall seed in the NFC and get that bye. So they're definitely going to be playing hard. 14.5-point favorites. It's obvious. That's a game we all know San Francisco's going to win. Cowboys and Washington. So little fun here. Washington is starting, Sam Howell. And guys, I'm only going to say 70% chance for the Cowboys because there's a real intriguing factor in this game where The Cowboys are going to be scoreboard watching. The Philadelphia game, the San Francisco game, if both Philadelphia and San Francisco are up big, and they both should be, they're both 14-point favorites, I'm not sure Dallas is going to play their starters in the second half. So there's very unique dynamics at play to where we wonder if Dallas is in a game where they're up by 7 points or 4 points at half and they see Philadelphia winning by 20, if they rest Dak Prescott, that could open up the door for the Commanders to win this game with a young rookie quarterback who wants to prove something and some decent offensive weapons. So guys, I don't know. I'm going to say, you know what? We're going to bring it down a little bit to 64% chance. We're moving it down to 64 for the Dallas Cowboys. Next, we have the Broncos and the Guys, okay, I'm going to look something up. Hold on one second. Hold on. All right, guys, apparently Justin Herbert was a full participant in practice on Wednesday. I just don't understand what is going on with this game. The Chargers, I believe they need to win this game so they can avoid facing the 2 seed in the AFC. But the line is Denver minus 2.5. I'm just going to say 65% chance for the Chargers. I don't get it. If Justin Herbert, you would think if the Chargers want to avoid the 2 seed in the AFC, they're going to win this game. But guys, I understand the Broncos. They're going to try and send their home crowd, home happy because they've had a horrible season and there's really no reason for them to lose this game. No, honestly, I could see the Broncos winning it even if Herbert plays. So I'll leave it at 65. Seahawks, Rams. I mean, I'll say the Seahawks probably like a 65 in this one. I do respect the Rams. I'll actually move it to 70 because it's Geno Smith's year. He had a great year. Let's show some respect to Geno Smith. Good for Geno. I do like the Rams. I think Baker Mayfield's had a great time there with Sean McVay. Cam Akers has had a resurgence. They're a little fun offense to watch. I like the over in that game. The Giants, Eagles. Certainly, guys, the Eagles are winning this game with Jalen Hurts back after, trying to get healthy. He's rested. He's ready. And you've got a Giants team who cannot improve their seeding at all. They are locked into their current seed. They will very likely be not playing Saquon Barkley and very little of Daniel Jones in that game. The Eagles coming in as 14-point favorites. Lions, Packers, the final game of the NFL regular season, and it's going to be the Green Bay Packers winning this game for sure. Guys, Aaron Rodgers in these positions where it's the last week and you got to win to get in. He's 3-0 in his career, and this is a Packers team. They've come so far. They're going to finish it off against a dome team in the Detroit Lions. They're going to win this game very easily. I understand Detroit had a bounce-back performance last week, but you're facing a team in Chicago that's basically trying to lose, and you're at home. Now you're on the road against the Green Bay team. Give me the Packers. This is where I'll really get some points if they end up winning. Of course, if they lose, I'm screwed, but I have faith Green Bay will win this game. So that is just my updated, or not updated, that is just my pick'em here for the NFL week number 18, the final week of the regular season. Guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.